we're going to do one more ellipse problem here. We've got to find the equation of an ellipse with focus at 1, 1, center at 1, 3, and major axis of length 10. How do we now solve this problem? Let's draw a rough diagram here. You've got your center of the ellipse at 1, 3, and you've got one of your foci on the point 1, 1. Already, by drawing this rough diagram, we can tell the major axis is the vertical axis. We know that because the center and the focus lie on the same vertical line. Hence, in this case, major axis is vertical, minor axis is horizontal. We can also tell that because the center is 1, 3, the equation of this ellipse is going to take the form x minus 1 squared over a squared plus y minus 1 squared over b squared is equal to 1. So already we formed a template for the equation. Now we are also told the major axis has length 10, and we know that the major axis is the vertical axis in this case. So we can say 2b equals 10, therefore b equals 5, and b squared is equal to 25. So we found b squared. Now all we need to do is find a squared. Now we're going to change our notation slightly to accommodate what we've done so far in this problem. Remember, we mentioned several times that if we talk about the focus being AE units away from the center, A refers to half the length of the major axis. Likewise, when we talk about this relation, b squared equals a squared times 1 minus e squared, b is half the length of the minor axis, a is half the length of the major axis. But in this problem, we've used b to show half the length of the vertical axis, and in this case, the vertical axis is the major axis. So we're going to change the notation slightly to accommodate what we've done so far in this problem. Now, the distance between the center and the focus is 2. 1, 3, 1, 1. The distance here is 2. Using the substitution BE, let's say, because we're not going to use A in this case because we've used B to represent the half the length of the vertical axis, which in this case is the major axis. So we won't write AE for the sake of avoiding confusion. We're going to write BE. BE is 2, therefore 5E is 2, therefore E is 2 over 5. To avoid confusion again, let's alter this relation here to suit what we've done so far on the problem. So a squared is b squared times 1 minus e squared. A squared is 25 multiplied by 1 minus e squared. A squared is therefore 21. Alright, we've used the same mathematical relations as we had previously. So now we can rewrite this equation as x minus 1 squared over 21 plus y minus 1 squared over 25. I can understand if you find this bit a bit confusing because we've changed the relation well, we haven't changed the relation, we've changed the notation of the relation a bit to suit the problem that we are currently doing. The reason we've done that is because when we talk about these relations in standard form, the horizontal axis is the major axis, hence why A is used to represent the distance between the focus and the center. And likewise, when we talk about this relation, B is used to represent half the length of the minor axis because in the standard case, B is used to represent half the length of the vertical axis. But we changed that notation slightly in this problem because the vertical axis was the major axis, unlike the standard case. So we changed our notation very slightly to accommodate that change in the characteristic of the ellipse to be able to apply these relations properly. Alright? You might have your own way of doing this again. So if you have your own less confusing way of doing this, please do so. If you have any particular questions about this video, and I can understand if you might, feel free to post any up on this webpage and we'll try our level best to answer them. Okay? Thank you for listening.